was a hell of a night. Nothing happened. Something happened. I don't know what happened. It's complicated. I must confess. I saw the notification, the little light blinking, and sometimes, a lot of times, it's just nothing. It's like nothing I'm really that concerned about. Some notification about something I don't care about, some email or something. It's like, yeah. But this one, it's like, and I didn't, I was just emotionally not available. I was just, I couldn't handle anymore. I just couldn't process anything additional to what I was already shaken up and dealing with, and it's just like, just no more, not then. Because it would just, I needed to sleep, and I wouldn't have been any good. I might have. The worst thing is if I'm already tired and I'm already upset, is if I go ahead and respond when I'm tired, when I'm upset. Might react badly. Or I might react, who knows? But I didn't. I just left it. I was like, ah. And also I was afraid. I was afraid that afraid of lots of things. Most of the time, I think I've done something wrong. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've done something wrong, and then somebody's angry at me, and I don't know why. I know it's typical of the neurodiverse to think that everything's somehow, it seems like it's a common thing to think that everything's our fault somehow. Seems like. And that people are angry with us. It's, and just, I think it's from just feeling at odds and out of place, fighting, basically just entire life, feeling threatened, feeling like I have to hide, for fear of persecution. So even lasting into adulthood, or probably my entire life, or our entire lives, or other people's, or people that are, exist with autism. Experience. So it took me a little while to watch, and it helped that it was short, and I was like, oh, good. If it is something that it's like, well, at least it won't take very long. And I was glad to see it. I was relieved. I was comforted. And I liked the notes. And that was something that because I've only watched it the one time, and I was like confused by some things, but I'd have to watch it again. But I read the notes, and the one that caught me, because it was mentioned twice, was about the coffee. And it's like, as a matter of fact, I did have a cup of coffee that was that I had and had been drinking, and still some left, and there's still some in this cup right now. But I saw that note, and I was like, and it mentioned it a second time, and I was like, well, I don't want to risk it. So I brought the coffee in here, still with the coffee in it, and it's like, okay, well, there's that. And I don't know what it means, but it's like, well, if it seemed important to mention, and especially mentioning it twice, well, yeah, so. And then I'm like, well, what, just this cup of coffee, or any cup of coffee, or what coffee? And maybe it wasn't even about me, so it's hard to say. Maybe it's just a global statement, something about, you know, the environmental impact of coffee. How, you know, there's everything has an environmental impact. Just, you know. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. So today, it's Monday, and it's one of my typical days off work. And of course, Mondays are typical. Everybody, you know, coming back from their weekend. So, you know, everybody's at work when I'm off work. So that means that construction crews are working on the house next door, and there's a construction crew right downstairs working on the apartment beneath me, and they are very loud, and there's a lot of vehicles, and there's a lot of noise and people talking, and construction sounds, and they also smoke a lot, and the smell of the cigarette smoke comes up through the vents, permeates through the floor, and I actually had to, you know, light some candles just to mask the smell of the cigarette smoke. And it's like, you know, I quit smoking back in 2019, you know, September 28th of 2019, for various reasons, and I didn't like it anymore. I couldn't remember why. You know, it's just like, I should stop. So I just did. And I didn't need, or didn't have support for it. I didn't have encouragement for it, really. I was doing it by myself. It just wasn't part of my identity. It's like, why was I smoking? Who was I smoking for? Wasn't smoking for myself, and I didn't enjoy it. I was only smoking to feed an addiction which served no purpose, I didn't like, it cost me money, and yeah, it just wasn't my identity. So got rid of it. And but still, that's the crazy thing about addiction, is I still miss it. And recently, with the construction going on, and I didn't even realize it, these past few weeks, I have been like craving and thinking about, you know, it's like wanting a cigarette. And I couldn't figure it out. It's like, what's going on? I was like, all I have to do is I just don't go out and buy one, or just don't, you know, don't go out or don't pick up a pack of cigarettes and think I'll just have one, because I can't do that. Or at least I really shouldn't. Ooh, that's risky. So I just don't. But then I'm still like thinking about it, and then it fades away. I just think about it for a little while, and then I think it was last night. I was like, it's because of the people below me. They're smoking, and I can smell it, and it's reminding me. So anyway, I just have to deal with it, face it, and go from there. So anyway, so addictive things. Coffee is definitely addictive. Caffeine, addictive. And I know I have too much sugar in my diet too. So that's something else. I'm aware of it. I don't know what to do about it, you know. But so anyway, after I worked up the courage and worked up the, I don't know if it was courage, just the motivation to see what was there. Mm, mm, mm. And I put down the coffee, and I felt I'd been wanting to go for a run today, but I felt trapped in the apartment, like I can't get out. There's no one else in the apartment building, but there's just so many people out and about and beneath me doing construction, and if they see me, they'll want to talk, they'll want to say hello, they'll want to, oh, Eric, how's your day? You know. And it's like they're just being friendly as far as they're concerned, and I'm being antisocial, you know, or something. It's like I just don't want to talk. I want to be able to go outside of my apartment, exit the building, and go for a run without having to interact with anybody else. So after you know, I decided to try to sneak out and go for my run. And it had warmed up enough outside that I just could go with just a sweatshirt, you know, over top of the layer here. And, you know, and I made my rounds out to the end of Stellar Drive on the other side of town, and then back around and over to the other side of the college, and circled back around and made a giant, like about, you know, probably close to, maybe not quite 6 miles, but pretty close. And so today is the 1st of November. It's Monday. Yeah. And so I did a 55-55. I think that's pretty good. Yeah. So I don't know how long. I hope to continue to run throughout the winter. I don't know how cooperative this, because I didn't run last winter. My first run in my reintroduction to running was March 11th. And it was cold. It wasn't that bad though. And now I've gotten a lot stronger. So I feel better about it, and I also have gotten reacquainted with my limitations and my abilities, which I've gotten refamiliarized, reacquainted, reoriented with all that kind of stuff. It was a re-education process, but muscle memory and also heart memory, I remember. Took a little while though. So it was a good run today. My knee was cooperating. It complained a little bit, but you know, it is getting more rest. So a little bit more of a break between runs. So I ran today, Monday, so I probably won't run again until Thursday. And so, yeah, it'll be fun. And also, as per, I have some thoughts, and I haven't done anything with them yet, but I will be soon. Stay tuned. And this is why, another reason why, you know, I go for runs, is it really helps. Sleeping helps too. But if I can't sleep, you know, I don't know. Being outside helps. Doing anything besides just sitting around the apartment, being outside, doing things. But running, really does help. And I saw a bunch of cool things to take pictures of, but that would require me to go back out maybe later. But it was too bad too, because the sun was catching just right. And by the time I get back out there, it's like the wind might. But who knows? But there's always another time. There's always other things to look at. Things worth looking at. Things worth noticing. Worth observing. Worth taking the time for. Worth appreciating. Worth sharing. So I know I'm not alone, even when I feel lonely. But I don't know. So this is just another entry into the catalog. I was a bit upset yesterday, I think. It happens. I don't remember exactly, because I don't really look back, and it's like, I think I was okay with, because sometimes I'll feel like, ooh, I might have said something I didn't like, and then I'll just, but I must have been okay with things that I said, because I think I just left them up. I don't think I was happy with them, but I think I was okay with them, because they were, to the best of my knowledge, and the best of, it's like, yeah, they're true. It's like, yeah. It's just me being myself, saying the words that, make sense to me. And it's like, if I'm right, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, I have difficulty with determining states of reality. So it's not too much of a secret. It's like somehow I manage, though. That's the crazy part. And it's like I'm free to move about the world, and left unchecked, man, I think that's a mistake sometimes. But I don't know. I just roll with it. Try to mind my manners, because it's a whole other topic, I guess. Anyway, this has gone on long enough, probably. I had a good run, so I feel better. And also, thank you. I'm not sure where to go from here. But it's interesting. It's more than interesting. It's exciting. as possible. Just don't panic. That's what I try to remember. So, anyway, I guess I'm okay with this installment. I'm a little bit like, oh no, I'm saying too much. I should really stop this now. I should go do anything else besides continue talking, because this is just getting awkward. So, okay, now I'm going to go before I say anything. Yeah.